afternoon and welcome to BBC School Report at Varndean with Frida Parker, Charlotte Jones and Harriet Jones. In today's news,
MPs warn of poisonous air emergency costing 20 billion a year. White House backs UK's decisions to expel diplomats. Lawsuits over Broadway play To Kill a Mockingbird could stop the show.
And at Varndean, EBAC threatens to change UK curriculums with the removal of performance studies. Plastic pollution in the ocean hits an all-time high. Varndean School helps support charities in their local community.
firstly we interviewed Mr Cox, Head of Music, and Mr Talliard, Head of Drama, about the new changes to the curriculum. Is EBAC going to take over performing arts?
EBAC stands for English Baccalaureate and is taking over performing arts across the country. EBAC has come about because of government funding and how much money they have to put into our education system. How would you feel if music got taken out of the curriculum?
You know, we're very lucky with where we are at the moment and what's happening. You know, I can't see that ever happening here because it has made, and the data that we've collected has made such an impact and says that it helps you guys out across the school with the work you're doing. And if that ever did get taken out, it would be an absolute disaster, and it would be part of creativity that people just wouldn't have to expand those skills in the future.
I think it really changed my experience at school really, because it's like a break from having to do just purely academic, this is the answer. It's like, it gives you more opportunity to express yourself, and I think it really changed how I felt about school for the first time.
It would be just terrible. The opportunities for leadership within music and fun and leading concerts and performing, all those aspects would be taken away, leaving little opportunity for actually kind of talking in public, doing those sorts of things, which are very important skills in life.
How would you feel if music got taken out of the curriculum?
You know, we're very lucky with where we are at the moment and what's happening. You know, I can't see that ever happening here because it has made, and the data that we've collected has made such an impact and says that it helps you guys out across the school with the work you're doing. And if that ever did get taken out, it would be an absolute disaster, and it would be part of creativity that people just wouldn't have to expand those skills in the future.
how does drama help students in other subjects?
I think all performing arts of use to students, not only for the subjects for their whole life. I think drama, music and dance do a lot for young people to improve their confidence, their creativity, their ability to work in a group, and particularly their creativity. I said that already,
Does drama help students in day-to-day life?
I think I kind of answered that in the first question. Okay, so if we take it the other way around, then if you're doing drama, then you have to learn scripts, which means you have to actually do the learning process, which young people kind of have to get used to a bit more these days than when I was at school. So if you learn a script, you have to learn some stuff. When you're devising and being creative in that sort of work, when you're making up plays, then you're experimenting and exploring. So I think I've kind of answered the questions the other way around. I did say in the first one about confidence and leadership and teamwork. Yeah.
How would you feel if drama got taken out of the curriculum?
That's never going to happen. So I can't even imagine a school without drama, because it's one of the most important subjects to do with life skills. There will always be drama in schools. It may not be called drama, and it probably wasn't called drama when I was at school, but in English we used to do drama, in history and languages we used to do drama all the time. It just wasn't called drama.
What does drama and music mean to you?
Well, it means that it's a way of like expressing your feelings.
And music mean to you?
It means enjoyment because you can get away from all the writing.
Since I was little, I've always done like music stuff since like primary school, and I've chosen drama and music BTEC for my options because I just really enjoy the subjects.
It means being someone different and having fun.
It means quite a lot. I quite like music and drama. I've chosen drama for option for GCSE, and they're both very interesting subjects. 2018 has been a huge rise in plastic pollution in our oceans. A recent study found that plastic particles have been found in our drinking water per litre. Now we are going to be talking to Dylan.
Now I'm here with a teacher at Varndean School, Mr. Speller, which I'm going to ask him a few questions. So, what inspired you to teach your students about plastic use?
Well, after watching Blue Planet 2 and various articles on the news, I saw the damage that plastic pollution was doing on the environment and the sea. And to me, it's a personal thing because I've enjoyed sports like windsurfing and surfing in the sea, and I've always seen plastic debris floating around. So I thought that we need to get our younger generation involved in this problem.
Do you think it's going to change the school?
I'd like to see some change in our behaviours, so that we respect the amount of resources we're using and how we then deal with those resources. So I'd like to think that it will change and make a positive change. It certainly it shouldn't go backwards.
And I've heard you've made some bins, is that right?
Yeah, we had the students paint some designs to educate and communicate with our community the problem of plastic pollution. So the students painted some messages on the bins around the school about how the fact that there's 12 million tonnes of plastic going to the sea. By 2050 there's going to be more fish in the sea. By 2050 there's going to be more plastic in the sea than fish, and that's a stunning and worrying fact.
So do you think that's going to help your students and other students in the school?
I think it will. I think it will make them think about what they're doing with rubbish and how they're dealing with that, and do they really need to buy another plastic bottle that's just for single use?
That's very thoughtful. Any other things you would like to say to let anyone know? No,
only that our generation has identified these problems, and it's the younger generation that are going to have to really action them. Otherwise there's going to be not much left of this planet.
Right, thank you for your time. Now I'm going to go and interview another student that actually painted a bin.
I'm back with the student. So this is one of the bins you made, is that correct?
Yes.
So what's your favourite part of your bin?
I quite like this side because it's got loads of information and what we think about the environment.
So what do you think of the environment being polluted and stuff?
I think it's disrespectful.
Do you think this is helping the school?
Yeah, there's less mess all over the floor.
Think that the environment will change after a couple of periods of time?
I hope, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Moving on to Varndean school charities. Varndean raises money for our local communities by supporting lots of charities. Over to Billy and Josh talking to Miss Browning and Seamus talking to our head of Varndean, Mr. Deegan.
Perfect.
Hello, we are here with Mrs. Browning, the head of charity at Varndean School. What is important about charity at Varndean?
The most important thing about charity at Varndean is it's student-led. Students are involved in selecting their charity for the year, and they do all the work. They work hard to raise the money.
But what are you most proud with the charity at Varndean?
I think one of the things that makes me most proud is that it is student-led, and each year the amount they raise and the things they come up with increase so that our totals go up year on year.
What would you like to do next?
What would I like to do next? I think I would like the charity identity that we have at Varndean to continue, for students to continue with that and the opportunities that they have. So come September there'll be a new batch of charities, hopefully they'll take time to choose them, and I really like the fact that they're charities that are local. So we've got 2 homeless charities in Brighton that different schools are raising money for. We've got another one this year that's about education in Africa, and we've got one that's about supporting families at a time of real need. And I think that's really important. The charities come from the heart. I hope that will continue, and I hope that young people will continue with charity work when they move on from Varndean.
What would you like to do next?
What would I like to do next? I think I would like the charity identity that we have at Varndean to continue, for students to continue with that and the opportunities that they have. So come September there will be a new batch of charities, hopefully they'll take time to choose them, and I really like the fact that they're charities that are local. So we've got 2 homeless charities in Brighton that different schools are raising money for. We've got another one this year that's about education in Africa, and we've got one that's about supporting families at a time of real need. And I think that's really important. The charities come from the heart. I hope that will continue, and I hope that young people will continue with charity work when they move on from Varndean.
What is it that inspires you to do your job?
Young people. It always has, and I think it always will.
Thank you. Over to you, Seamus.
I'm here with Mr. Deegan, head teacher of Varndean Schools, to get his opinion on the school's work with charities. Mr. Deegan, what does Varndean do for charities?
Varndean School does lots of different things for charities. The main thing is the 4 schools choose their own charity and raise money across the year for that. And then our Duke of Edinburgh students all get involved in individual projects to support charity. The Rotary Club also works with the school to support charities. And then individuals also work for themselves in terms of the young people. So for example, I got an email this morning from a student who was going to run a marathon for the Cancer Trust. So lots and lots of different things going on, lots of activity.
Wow, that was brilliant.
Thank you.
Okay, why do you think it's important for students to be involved in charity fundraising?
I think in life it's important to put things back. So if you're doing well, or if you're achieving well, and someone could do with a bit of support, then you put it back. And that way society is a bit better and a bit more cohesive.
Great speech.
Thank you.
Which charities does Varndean support?
Very many, but the main 4 school charities that we support for this year are, in fact I think I'll ask a student, what are the 4 charities we support?
Turing supports the Clock Tower Sanctuary, Ellis supports the Sussex Night Stop, Angelo supports the Rainbow Trust, and Russell supports the Village School Improvement Project.
And the Village School Improvement Project is a school in Africa that we're building. So we're ready a classroom and we're going for a library this year as well.
Oh, good. How do you choose these small charities when there are so many to choose from?
The students themselves choose them. So the student leaders in each of the 4 schools look at a range of charities, then they investigate them to make sure they're real charities. And then they go to their own school and they'll say this is a variety, and then they vote for them. So the students do the investigation, and they choose the charities themselves, and then they raise the money themselves as well.
Cool. Finally, what do you think about Mr. Cox waxing his hairy, beautiful legs for charity?
That's probably a bit personal for me to comment on, but I wish him well with it and I hope it doesn't hurt too much.
Thank you, Mr. Deegan. This is Seamus Huckman reporting from Varndean Schools. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching Varndean BBC News Report.